Okay, we'll start with the Mangalachanam prayers. Om Ajnanatimirandasya Gyananjanashalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Namo Om Vishnupadaya Krishna Preshtaya Bhutale Srimate Bhaktivedanta Mangalachanam prayers. Om Bhaktivedanta Swaminiti Namine Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschati Deshatarine Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadara Srivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare Hare. Okay. Let me share my screen. So here we are looking into the second chapter of Bhakti Rasāmṛta Sindhu, which is describing the sadhana bhakti. And sadhana bhakti is of two types, Raganuga and Vaidhi Bhakti. And within the Vaidhi Bhakti, we were discussing about the qualified persons who are qualified to practice Vaidhi Bhakti. And within that, Rupa Gosvāmi has took a detour on how the devotees of who are having pure bhakti, they don't desire mukti, they don't desire liberation. And within that, he is saying that he is talking about the devotees of Krishna, how devotees of Krishna are actually so special that they do not accept any type of desire for enjoyment in the spiritual world, and they desire only service to Krishna. And within that, he gave this verse that Krishna and Vishnu are same in Siddhanta, or in philosophy-wise, they are same, or in truth, they are same. So one person only, they are not two different persons. But however, the form of Krishna is endowed with lots of rasa. And because of that, it is actually very, very special. And in that, he is now talking about the prayers of the 16,100 queens of Dwaraka when they are offering this prayer to Krishna in Kurukshetra. So there was a solar eclipse, and for that the Yadavas have gone to Kurukshetra, the Samanta Panchaka, to take auspicious bath in the holy place. Similarly, Nanda Maharaj and other gopis have also come there. So all of them are meeting at that place. So in that place, the 16,100 queens were offering this beautiful prayer. We already saw half of this commentary, but before we continue the rest of the commentary, I would like to, again go through this verse. What is this verse that we are discussing about? Now, vayam sadhvi samrajyam swarajyam bhaujyam apyuta vairajyam paramishtyam cha anantyam harehe padam. So the queens of Dwaraka, that is 16,100 queens, except the 8 queens. The other queens are all saying that we do not desire samrajya, or rulership of the entire earth, or we do not desire the rulership of the heavenly planets, or we do not desire enjoyment of the mystic potencies, or we do not desire the abode of Brahma even, or we do not even desire the liberation, the Brahman liberation, or we do not even desire Harehe Patam, that is Vaikuntha also. Then what are we desiring? Kamayamahi etasya Srimad Pada Rajaha Shriyaha Kucha Kunkuma Gandha Atyam Murdha Vodum Gadabhrataha. So our husband, who is famously known as Gadabhrata, who is the holder of Gada. So we are desiring the dust of his lotus feet, which is mixed with the kunkuma that is coming from the breast of Shri. The general understanding of Shri is Lakshmi. We have looked at it. But we'll look at it, what exactly Shri means there. Vrajastriyaha yach vanchanti pulindyaha trinavirudaha gavaha charayataha gopaha padasparsham mahatmanaha. So the Vrajastris, the gopis, the women of Vraja, they also desired that. They also desired that dust. And we want that. And Pulindya, the Pulindya woman, the aborigine woman of Vrindavan, they also desired that. And the Gopas, they also desired that. Not only they desired the dust, they also desired the padasparsham, they desired the touch of the lotus feet as well. Okay? So we want that. This is what the queens are saying. Now, Jīva Gosvāmi is going to go into detail about who is this Shri. That the kunkuma came from the breast of Shri is mentioned here. Who is that Shri? Is that Lakshmi or somebody else? Right? So he's going to go into great detail about it. Nanu Shri Padehe eva padam Shri Kucha Kunkuma Ganda Adhyam Tat Samipyadi Tyaga Tatu Bhavatyaha Taktavatyaha eva. So let's say if the queens have desired the kunkuma that came from the breast of Shri or Lakshmi, then they would not have said that we do not want Vaikunta. Why? Lakshmi is there in Vaikunta and Narayana is there in Vaikunta, and they can get all the time the dust of the feet of Narayana, which has touched the breast of Lakshmi. So they would not have said that, we don't want Vaikunta. They would have rather decided we want to be in Vaikunta so that we can get that all the time, right? But by rejecting that we don't want Vaikunta, they have also rejected that idea that this is not Lakshmi. So they have given all these hints all the way. If you just superficially read, you will understand that this is Lakshmi. Sri means Lakshmi. Lakshmi's kunkuma only they are desiring. They are not desiring somebody else. But we need to look at in detailed manner to see why would they reject the Vaikunta when Shri and Vishnu or Lakshmi and Vishnu are located there, right? So it is not Lakshmi. Yadi Shri atra Rukmini abhiprayate tarhi tattu bhavatinam praptam eva. So if Shri means Rukmini, okay, it's not Lakshmi, it could mean Rukmini, the head queen of Dwaraka, right? So it could mean that because, they are also the queens of Dwaraka, and they have a desire for the mood of the head queen, who is Rukmini. So they must be mentioning about Rukmini only, right? But if they had mentioned it is Rukmini, then they already have it. Why Krishna is there in Dwaraka? Rukmini is also there in Dwaraka, and they are also there in Dwaraka. Then why would they come and say that, we desire something which I already have? For example, if I don't have a Tesla car, I will go and say, I desire a Tesla car. But if I already have it, why would I desire for that? Because I already possess that. Or if I have a job, I don't go to God and pray, please give me a job. I will pray for something better. Or please promote me, or please make me a business person or something like that. I won't go and say, please give me a job. I already have the job, right? So similarly, they already have Rukmini and Krishna in Dwaraka. So it also doesn't make sense to say that Shri means Rukmini. Tasmat tatat vilakshanaya eva shriyaha kuchakum gandha adyam tat syaditi gamyate. Therefore, we should understand there is a different meaning for Shri apart from Lakshmi and Rukmini. Tataha tad avabodhanaya punaha vishishyatam. But how do you find out? And that is why they have given additional hints. What is that additional hints? Tatrahuhu vrajastriyaha iti. What is the additional hint they have said? Vrajastriyaha yad vanchanti. What the gopis desired. So the dust has been desired by the gopis. What the gopis would desire. Which dust the gopis would desire, right? Okay. So Jīva Gosvāmi is quoting from the Venu Gita. That is, when Krishna went to the forest, he started playing flute. And hearing that flute sound, the gopis all started remembering and recollecting different pastimes of Krishna or different things associated with Krishna. And one of the verses is here. Radhakunda Mataji, you would like to recite this?
I'll try, Prabhuji.
Okay.
Punaha Pulinya, right? Yeah.
Yes.
Punaha Pulinya Urugaya Padabjaraga Sri Kunkumena Daitasthana Manditena Taddarshana Smararuja Struna Rusitena Limpantya Anana Kucheshu Juhustada Adhim. Thank you, Prabhuji.
Thank you, Mataji. So here, what did the Vrajastri or the gopis of Vraja desire? This verses indicate what they desired. Purnaha Pulindyaha Urgaya Padabja Raga Shri Kunkumena. So the dust of the lotus feet of Krishna, Urgaya refers to Krishna. So Krishna's lotus feet dust. Here also again the word Shri is mentioned. Shri Kunkumena. That is coming from Shri, the Kunkuma of Shri. Okay. Daita Stanamanditena, the lover of Krishna. And that lover's, the Kunkuma was present in the breast of that lover. Okay. Tad Darshana Smara Rujaha Trunarushitena Limpantyaha. So when the Pulindya woman are the Aborigine woman in Vrindavan forest, so they roam around in the forest, they live in the forest. They are different from the regular gopis. So they are this Pulindya woman. They were, when they were roaming in the forest, they looked at the kunkuma that is spread around in all over the grass there. And that kunkuma came from the feet of Krishna when he was going in the forest. When they looked at the kunkuma, they know this kunkuma actually came from the lover of Krishna. So immediately looking at that, they got the Cupid's effect in their mind. So they got attraction toward Krishna. They wanted to embrace Krishna. So what did they do? They took it at and then they applied it all over their body. Just as a showing that they want to embrace Krishna. That their desire for embracing Krishna is actually fulfilled by just applying that kunkuma all over their body. By doing that, the pain that they are getting because of the Cupid's effect in their heart, that they are not able to meet Krishna, that is all pacified. And by that, they became Purna. Purna means they became complete. They became completely pacified. So the gopis of Vrindavan are recounting this. By recounting this, they are also expressing their desire for that dust coming from the feet of Krishna, and which is actually coming from his lover. So that dust. Iti swavakyadi anusarena vrajastriyadyaha yadvanchanti vavanchuhu ityataha. So this dust has been desired by the gopis, and that we want. Not what we get in the Dwaraka, but this is the dust that is desired by the gopis of Vrindavan. That we want it. That's what the queens are saying. Vartamana prayogena tat avicheda utprekshate. So the present tense is used here in the verse vanchanti. Vanchanti is present tense. That means they are desiring, which means they are still desiring. It is not their desire was in the past. Now they are not desiring. It is not like that. They are still desiring this. These gopis are still desiring that. Atra Pulindyadi Nirdeshagatu Sweshamapi Tat Prapti Yogyata Vivakshaya. So why are they mentioning the Pulindya woman? It makes sense to mention the gopis of Vraja. What they have desired, we want that. Why do they have to mention the Pulindya woman, the Aborigine woman of Vrindavan? Because even the Pulinda woman, the Aborigine woman, are qualified to get that dust. So we should also be qualified because we are queens here. So we should also be qualified to get that dust. Trinavirudaha Durvadeha Asam Tadrik Anubhavagacha Tat Kunkuma Saurabha Vasitatva Avichinna Tat Pada Prabhavadevayati Bhavaha. So the queens are always staying in Dwaraka. But how did they get this desire that they want to get that kunkuma, which is desired by the gopis? The special kunkuma from the lotus feet of Krishna. How did they get that desire? They didn't go to Vrindavan. They are still staying in Dwaraka. How did they get that desire? They got that desire because they are touching the feet of Krishna all the time. And when they are touching the feet of Krishna, Krishna's feet still has the fragrance of that kunkuma from his lover in Vrindavan. Krishna has moved away from Vrindavan to Mathura, and then from there to Dwaraka. Still, Krishna's feet has the fragrance from that special kunkuma, which was there in Vrindavan. It came from the lover of Krishna from Vrindavan. So that effect is still there. And because of that effect, they are also naturally affected by that desire. They are touching that and then they are smelling that. And because that gandha, that fragrance is still there, they are getting that effect. Asam vancha kevalena hi bhavena gopyaha gavaha nagaha mrugaha iti drishdehe. So their desire is also shown in the Bhagavatam 11th canto verse, which is kevalena bhavena, pure love for Krishna, without the opulences mixed in it, right? In Dwaraka, naturally, your love is permeated with opulence, but they are desiring for the pure love that the gopis are having, which is not contaminated by the opulences. Gavaha gaha charayantaha gopaha ityantena nirdeshigatu tesham keshanchit priya narma sakadinam tat anumodana karitve purushatvat tatra ayogyatva vivakshaya. So here, however, the gopas are also mentioned. So the gopis mentioned, the Pullinda women are mentioned, and the gopas are also mentioned. The gopas are also desiring that. Why are they mentioned in the last in the list? So there are certain devotees, certain friends of Krishna, the gopas, who are called Priya Narma Sakas. There are several levels of Sakas. One of the classification of the Sakas is Priya Narma Sakas, who are especially helping Krishna in their affairs with the gopis. For example, they want to meet, Krishna wants to meet the gopis, so they help in doing that, or they go along with Krishna when Krishna is meeting the gopis. All these things happen. They do that special task. Not all the friends of Krishna do that. Only some specific set of friends, and they are called Priya Narma Sakas. Now, they are mentioned in the last in the list because they are also desiring for that. However, they are having a male body. And because they are male body, they are ayogya. Ayogya in the sense they are unqualified for that. So Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur says some of the Priya Narma Sakas are having this mood of the gopis, in the sense of that that desire toward Krishna is there. But because they have the male body, they do not exhibit that, right? So, but they have this desire of the gopis mood. Ayam bhavaha stritvena prasiddhaya shriyaha tatra kamna eva shruyatena tu sangatihi. So the purport is being mentioned here by Jīva Gosvāmi now. Now, the Lakshmi, who is famously known as the lover of Krishna, or lover of Vishnu, or the wife of Vishnu, we don't hear her association with Krishna anywhere. We only hear her desire to associate, or desire to unite with Krishna. We never hear her association with Krishna. So he quotes a verse from 16th chapter of 10th canto. Kasya anugraha asya nadeva vidmahe tava angri renu sparsha adhikaraha yat vanchaya shrihi lalana acharat tapaha vihaya kaman suchiram dhrutavrataha. So this is a verse this is a verse recited by the wives of Kaliya, the Nagapatnis. So what are they saying? Kasya anugraha asya nadeva vidmahe. How can this person, Kaliya, can get this mercy, which is very, very difficult? What is that mercy? Tava angri renu sparsha adhikaraha. The dust of your lotus feet has touched his head. How can this Kaliya get that? Why? Yad vanchya shrihi lalana acharat tapaha. For getting this mercy, Lakshmi is performing tapas. What kind of tapas is that? Kaman vihaya. She has given up every other desire and exclusively focused on this desire of getting the dust of Krishna. Suchiram. And she is doing that for a very, very long time. Dhrutavrataha. She is very much fixated on that vow of attaining Krishna. Right? Krishna's lotus feet and Krishna's lotus feet's dust. That mercy was not given to even Lakshmi, but however, Kaliya has got that mercy. Anyways, by mentioning this, that it is Jīva Gosvāmi showing that Lakshmi has not gotten that mercy. So the Shri mentioned in the verse cannot definitely be attributed to Lakshmi. He also quotes another verse, Ya vai Shriya Architam iti Buddhavasya api uktehe. So when Uddhava is talking to the gopis in Vrindavan, he is also mentioning that the Shri or Lakshmi is worshipping the lotus feet of Krishna only in her mind. She couldn't attain direct worship of that feet. Nacha rukminitvena prasiddhayaga shriyaha tatra sangatihi kala deshayoho anyatamatvat. So we cannot also say it is Rukmini. Shri refers to Rukmini because Rukmini never got association of Krishna in Vrindavan. So how can the gopis desire for that? When they were hearing the flute of Krishna, they cannot say that, oh, it is Rukmini's kumkuma that we are desiring, because Rukmini has not even come into that picture yet. And Krishna moves to Mathura, and then he meets Rukmini. So he didn't even meet Rukmini before that. So Kala Desha is different. So you cannot attribute Shri to Rukmini. Nacha vrachastrinam Shri Sambandha Lalasa Yukta Nayam Shriyaha Angavu Nitantaratehe Prasadaha Ityadina Tataha Api Paramadhikya Shravanat. So we cannot also say that the gopis in Vrindavan are desiring something related to Lakshmi. Why? This is the verse. 47, 60. Let's look at this verse. Mataji, you'd like to recite this verse?
Yes, Prabhu. Nayam Sriyangayo Nitantarate Prasada Svaryoshitam Nalina Gandha Rucham Kutonyaha Rasotsavesya Bhujadanda Grihita Kanta Labdha Shishamya Udagad Vrajavallabhinam. Thank you, Prabhu.
Thank you. Na ayam Shriyaha Angavu Nitantaratehe Prasadaha. This prasada or this mercy has not been given to Shri Lakshmi. And who is that Lakshmi? Lakshmi is residing in the Anga, or the chest of Vishnu all the time. And by that, what is he getting? Nitantarati. Nitantarati means she is having exclusive affection to, or exclusive association with Vishnu. In Bhagavatamrta is also said that when Lakshmi starts serving Vishnu in her private palace, all the associates leave. That means Vishnu and Lakshmi are having private association. Nobody else can get that. Even to her, who is having private association with Vishnu, who is always staying on the chest of Vishnu, she didn't get this mercy. What is that mercy? Prasa utsave asya bhujadanda grihita kanta labda ashisham yaha udagat vrajavallabhinam. So the Vrajavallabi, the gopis of Vrindavan, they have been embraced by Krishna with his two hands by pulling their neck toward him. This mercy, which was given in the Rasa dance, that was not given to Lakshmi, because Krishna never embraced Lakshmi. Vishnu embraced Lakshmi, but Krishna never embraced Lakshmi. That prasad, that mercy has been given to the gopis of Vrindavan, especially in the Rasa dance. So how can you say that the gopis are desiring to get something from Lakshmi? No, because they have attained something higher than that. So we cannot say that Shri refers to Lakshmi here, that the gopis are actually desiring for the kumkuma of Lakshmi here. No, they have attained something more than that. Tatakapi paramadhikya shravanat. Tasmat Rukmini dwaravatyam tu Vrinda Radha Vrindavane Vane iti Matsya Skandadi Nirnitya Rukminya Sagapatita Shaktitva Sadharanyena Eva Shastra Drishtya tu Upadeshaha Vamadevavati iti Nyayaritya Mahendrena Parameshwaraha iva Durgaya api ahangraho pasana Shastra Drishtya swa Abhedena Upadishta Sri Radha tu Sarvataha Purna Talakshmihi. So here he says that there are verses in Skanda Purana and Matsya Purana which says that Dwaravatyam tu Radha Vrindavane, Rukmini Dwaravatyam tu Radha Vrindavane Vane. So just as Rukmini is in Dwaraka, so Radha is in Vrindavan. So by this verse, it is equating Rukmini and Radha. That means there is no difference between Rukmini and Radha. So if that is the case, then why are you simply saying that, Shri actually doesn't refer to Lakshmi, she actually doesn't refers to Rukmini, she actually refers to that specific lover in Vrindavan, which is Radha. Why are you saying like this? Why do you create this distinction, right? So here it is said, just as Rukmini is in Dwaraka, Radha is in Vrindavan. So here Jīva Gosvāmi is quoting Vedanta Sutra 1130, where it says Shastra Drishtya tu Upadeshaha Vamadevavat. So in one of the Upanishads, Indra comes and says to his devotees, worship me as Brahman. So the Vedanta Sutra says that when the Indra is saying like that, it is only the opinion of the scriptures. That is, in the sense that it's a specific type of logic called logical reasoning called Shastra Drishti. That is, the opinion of the scripture is that the cause of an action is equivalent to the instrument of the action. It's a little bit difficult to understand. So anyways, for example, the eyes are equated with the vision. The vision is the actual thing that is attained through eyes. Eyes is an instrument. Though it is an instrument, it is equated with vision in the Shastras. Similarly, Indra, who is empowered by Brahman or Krishna or Vishnu, is equated with Vishnu because he is empowered, or Indra is dependent on Vishnu. And that is why they are equated. That in that way they are equated. Just like if I am empowering a servant to go and kill somebody, the court will not punish that servant majorly. It will punish me. Why? Because it is me who is empowering that servant. So though the servant does the action, I become implicated because I and the servant are, in this case, the same person, because I have empowered him. So similarly, the Lord has empowered Indra and other devatas. Sometimes they are equated. Similarly, Radha, from Radha, Rukmini came out. Radha is also equated with Rukmini. So in that sense only they are equal. Otherwise, he says, Sri Radha tu Sarvataga Purna Tal Lakshmihi. So she is a complete Lakshmi. Whereas Rukmini, there is something is missing, which is that pure bhava, that Radha is possessing everything. Just as Krishna is possessing all the qualities, and in Vishnu, there are the 4 qualities are not there. Similarly, Radha is possessing everything, and Rukmini and other expansions like Lakshmi are having something lesser than that. He quotes from the one of the Tantra Shastra, Devi Krishnamayi Prokta Radhika Paradevata Sarva Lakshmi Mayi Sarva Kanti Sammohini Para. Devi Krishnamayi Prokta Radhika Paradevata. The Radhika is Paradevata. And Sarva Lakshmi Mayi, she is filled with all the Lakshmis, all the qualities of the Lakshmis. Sarva Kanti, all the attractions are there in this, all the attractions are there in this person. So she is Para. She is actually the great. Okay, so this is Radha. Ityadi Brihad Gautamiya Drishtya cha Tata ya tasu radhattvena prasiddha sarvataga vilakshana shrihi virajate tam uddisha eva tasam tadidam vakyam. So pointing to that Radha, who is located in Vrindavan, this verse is mentioned. So basically what the queens of Vrindavan are desiring is that they are desiring the dust of the feet of Krishna that has touched the kunkuma that is coming from Radha. That specific thing they are desiring. Yatha anaya radhitaka noonam bhagavan harihi ishwaraha yat na vihaya govindaha pritaha yam anayat rahaha. So this is in the Rasalila. So when Krishna was there in the Rasalila, he gave up everyone. And then he took Radha exclusively. He gave up all the gopis. And then he took Radha exclusively and gave his association to Radha exclusively. The gopis are praising that. So the gopis are also desiring that. That is what it's mentioned. Vrajastriyaha yadvanchanti. What the gopis are also desiring. What the gopis are also desiring? The kunkuma that's coming from Radha, which has touched Krishna. Api yena patni upagataha ityadi dvayam cha tataka cha tasam yatha tatra spriha aspandata tatha asmakam cha iti. One more verse is also again quoted, 10:30:11. We will quickly read the translation of that verse, just in the interest of time. O friend, wife of the deer, has Lord Achyuta been here with his beloved, bringing great joy to our eyes? Indeed, blowing this way is the fragrance of his garland of kunda flowers, which was smeared with the kunkuma from the breasts of his girlfriend when he embraced her. This is Krishna has taken Radha privately. And then all the gopis are searching for Krishna and Radha. And then on the way, they are smelling the fragrance that is coming from the jasmine garland that Krishna is wearing. But that garland fragrance is mixed with the fragrance of the kunkuma that is coming from Radha as well. So that is attracting them. That is what is mentioned here as well. So whatever they have decided, whatever the gopis have decided, that is our desire as well. So they are desiring for the mood of the gopis. Tadevam tadrisha prema spurti mayat tat gandha adyataya samprati asmasu prakashaga syat iti darshitam. We want it right now. We want that dust right now manifest in front of us. Na kevalam tadrisham tad rajaka eva vanchanti apitu tadrisha spada sparsham api vanchanti. We don't want just the dust alone. We want the lotus feet as well of Krishna. Tataka vayam api cha kamayamahe ityartaha. So that is what we are desiring. I'm going to skip this part and then come to the last paragraph. Tasmat sadhuktam tatrapi ekantinam shreshtaga govinda hrit manasaha ityadina. That is why it is mentioned that Govinda or Krishna, who is in Vrindavan, their devotees are very, very, very special. In the previous verse of Bhakti Rasāmṛta Sindhu, it was mentioned like that. Krishna Rupam iti anena tadrisham cha tat saundaryam eva upalakshitam iti. So by this, the superiority of Krishna's form is also secondarily mentioned. Why? Because even Lakshmi is desiring for associating with that form. Yadyapi etat prakaranam siddha bhakta gana ashritam tatapi anye tata drishtya siyuhu itu atra anukirtitam. So he says that this topic, which is this topic of the devotees not desiring mukti, which started from verse 26 onwards. And we are in verse 59. Last 35 verses, which was just showing how the pure devotees, they do not desire mukti. So this chapter, this particular topic is filled with examples of perfected devotees, not the practitioners. Okay. But what topic we are discussing on the whole is sadhana bhakti. In sadhana bhakti, why are we discussing about perfected devotees, characters, qualities? We should be discussing about sadhaka devotees' qualities, right? So he says, though it is discussed here, what is the purpose for this? The purpose is that by seeing that, even the sadhakas will also desire such a mood. Tatapi anye tata drishtya siyuhu. By looking at that, even we sadhakas will also desire such a mood. And that is the reason for Rupa Goswami to mention here. So this ends this topic. Then from next week onwards, we'll start with this verse 60, which is a little bit different topic. Hare Krishna. If any questions, comments are there, please.
Sadhu, Prabhu.
Hare Krishna.
Prabhu. I can say that I've been reading so many beautiful praises of Lord Krishna's lotus feet, being praised in Srimad Bhagavatam throughout. So many beautiful prayers. But the way you have highlighted and glorified, looks like you are a great sage from. Otherwise, your mouth will not have such beautiful words coming out.
Oh, Prabhuji.
You are blessed by the sages, and you are definitely a great sage, inspiring us to take shelter of Krishna's lotus feet.
And your desire for the lotus feet of Krishna is well known in our community. So, that is also very inspiring, that, your love for the lotus feet of Krishna.
Thank
you, Prabhuji.
Thank you very much.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu. Dandavat Pranam, Jai Shri Prabhu. Excellent, Prabhu. Excellent. Thank you so much for taking so much of effort to just, explain it is very rare opportunity for all of us actually to hear that actual, Sanskrit translations coming directly from our previous acharyas, Jīva Gosvāmi, right? So what all you have explained totally, last week and this week is completely the explanation of our previous acharya, Srila Jīva Gosvāmi, right, Prabhuji?
Yes. Everything is coming from Jīva Goswami. So just translating that, it gives us so much bliss.
Translation is not easy, Prabhu, unless, as Shankaranta Prabhu said, you have true shelter at the lotus feet of Lord. So very beautiful. I thoroughly relished, and Prabhu. I can't actually thank you enough. I'm so grateful for your time and for your association, and hope to have these kind of explanations continue in our life, Prabhu. If Krishna is willing, I want to hear more and more from you like this kind of explanations, Prabhu. Thank you so much. I'm so grateful.
Thank you so much, Mataji. I think your interest is very contagious. Thank you.
It's not my interest, Prabhu. It's your devotion to the to the feet of our previous acharyas. You learn Sanskrit and you try to understand all the explanations of our previous acharyas. Not only that, you are willing to share your knowledge with all of us. So we are all so grateful, Prabhu. Thank you so much. May Krishna bless you and give you energy to continue your service and go deeper into Shastras, Prabhu. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Mataji.
Thank you, Rajajivan Prabhu. I really like the way you, in the end of the class, you mentioned, right? What is for the sadhakas? The whole explanation was given for devotees who are, Nitya Siddhas. But for sadhakas, how we can, the whole explanation was given in this section was to sadhakas that they can, desire for lotus feet of Krishna's, dust of lotus feet of Krishna's. So thank you for explaining that.
Thank you, Anandabaldev Prabhu. Yes, it's I mean, by reading through this, we'll also be inspired to follow in their footsteps. Thank you for mentioning that again.
Thank you, Prabhu.
Okay, we'll stop here. Thank you so much, devotees. We'll continue next week.
Thank you very much, Vajivan Prabhu.
Thank you, Prabhuji.
And when you talk to His Holiness Bhanuswami Maharaj next time, please offer my millions of obeisances, because I remember reading all these explanations when I used to live in North Carolina. It is his contribution, amazing contribution.
Amazing contribution, yes, Prabhuji. Thank you, Prabhu. I will
Please offer my
definitely,
obeisances.
yes, do that. Thank you so much.
Very
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. That was pronounced.
Yes,
The
ma'am.
book is written by Rupa Goswami, right, Prabhuji?
So the
Bhakti
book is
Rasāmṛta Sindhu.
written by Rupa Goswami and Sanskrit commentary by Jīva Goswami and Vishwanath Chakravarti. And then
Okay.
it's an English translation by Bhanu Maharaj of this entire book.
explanation by Vajivan.
Okay, thank you.
Okay.
Thank you, Prabhuji.
Thank you, Anand. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Vansha kalpataru.
Thank you,
Thank you so
Prabhuji.
much, Prabhuji. I never thought I would understand, I mean, like this in previous acharyas, explanations, Prabhu. It's possible only because of your mercy on all of us. So please continue to show your mercy on all of us, and please continue to do this service for us, Prabhuji. We
Yeah.
are very happy to hear from you. Thank you so much once again. Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Mataji.
I second that, Prabhuji.
Thank you. Thank you, Mataji. Jagannath Prema Mataji.